And we're back, guys. How's everyone doing? I'm your host, Good Energy, Tennis in a Minute. Had a week off. Hope everyone enjoyed the rest. I think the players did. They should definitely schedule the tour appropriately so the players can rest more. But we're at the Cup in France. Caroline Garcia taking on Emma Raducanu. Yesterday's action. If you missed the match, well, you missed Emma. She's back. Classic backhand versus forehand scenario on clay, and Emma gets the win.
The underdog, I think, especially going out here in her house on clay, and I definitely turned it around. I think I fought really hard. I dug in, and that was a really good test for myself because I hadn't had those levels.
That's right. She hasn't had any matches lately. I mean, let's just be honest. Very short season, the last 2.5 years, but she gets the win. What about Beatrice Haddad taking on Laura Sigman? Now, Laura Sigman, great drop shots, right? Great short balls. And I say it all the time. I think Beatrice is good at keeping everything in front of her, right? She's a good baseline bully. She keeps everything in front of her. And Laura's going to bring the short balls, and she definitely did. And Beatrice, she can't keep up. Very tall, very, very strong and powerful. Just having to sprint from the baseline, bad matchup stylistically. And in between taking 40 seconds per serve, Laura pulled it off, ladies and gentlemen. A huge underdog in this one, and she looks exhausted. Someone get her a bed so she can rest. But nonetheless, a good win from a good veteran and your WTA doubles champion, Laura Sipping. Beatrice had a huge following here, and she does. She has a lot of fans that travel to see her play, but yeah, they're disappointed. What about big game Jessie P? USA, Belgium, more cup action. What's up with Pegula? She dropped the first set. This was almost embarrassing to watch, but she would play much better in the second. And I don't know, I just feel something's wrong with Pegula's game. Davenport, guys, that's right. She's a USA coach now. Listen, I've said in the past, I don't necessarily think she was a huge fan of Serena early on or Venus. But listen, guys, when you win enough, people will start to like you and respect you. Look, three-time slam champion, former number one in singles and doubles simultaneously. Davenport, she had some interesting things to say about Iga Swiatek as well, guys. For part-time casual tennis fans, they don't kind of understand or hear all of these things. I do. I see and hear everything, but we're not going to go there right now. What about Team Australia taking on Team Mexico? More cup action. Now, Zakari had an injury-full season last year, but she's an amazing player, guys. She would get injured here again against Tyler Preston, the youngin. Now, one thing I don't like about the Cups is the schedule always changes. Rodianova was supposed to play this match. You put Preston, this young, fast, athletic upcomer, against Zacari, who's trying to get into the swing of things. Bad matchup. Now, Zacari would get injured and then argue with the chair umpire here. She felt she made a late call after Preston returned it. I thought it happened so fast. I think the umpire was on top of it, but Zakari hobbled. I'm surprised she even came back out. So she twisted, sprained her ankle, proceeded to get an injury timeout. She should have stopped playing. She could have seriously re-injured and hurt herself even worse. And now she's injured. She can't return balls. She can't chase balls. And she's arguing with the chair umpire over a call that is like, look, you were going to lose the service game anyway. Preston took it easy on her because she was injured. This was bad, guys. What about Stuggart, guys? Qualifying here, we have Anna Kalinskaya, the number one seed. I don't like the seeding in this qualifying round. If Anna wins, she's going to take on the fifth seed, Sarah Irani. I feel they have to do better. Look, if you're the number one seed, you should be playing the worst seed. I just think some of these seedings are ridiculous. Sometimes you have players with, I've talked about in the past, you know, the seeding at these qualifying tournaments need to be better. If you're the better seed, you should be playing the worst seed. Simple as that, right? You shouldn't have a tougher strength of schedule with, you know, a higher ranking, so to speak. Now, Clara Buell, bonjour, comment allez-vous, taking on Katie Bolter. Now, Buell's got variety, guys. Bolter's been having a lot of success lately, but I think this is going to be a tough matchup as Buell gets to break and goes ahead to take the first set. Possibly. Bolter still fighting. It's not over yet. Now, Buell, you can arguably say she's had the better career so far, right? Former junior number one. Katie Bolter, much like a Pegula, you know, a late blossomer, and we're seeing that with a lot of players. Look, it's taking 3, 4, 5 more years to break through on the tour with so many players on the tour. We have several thousands of players that no one even knows about. They just play lower level tournaments trying to break through.